What's up, everybody? It's Poco, and today I'm going to be doing something different, kind of like a team breakdown. I just think this is the best team in the game right now. I kind of want to cover like what that looks like, how to actually build it, and like what to do if you don't have certain characters. And if you're in a case like me and there's certain characters that you don't have that you want to make this video on, sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and you go out here and you spend 500 coins for folks so that way they can see stuff. So there's a lot of things I've been thinking about spending these carnival coins on. Please tell me I can spend the carnival on these guys. I can't spend the carnival coins, so I'm spending real life Dokkan Festival coins on the Twin Super Saiyan 4s here. And I'm just not thinking about it, and it's entirely for you guys. So please like and subscribe, because it's 500 of my coins just gone, just simply to make a team build video here for you. So now what I can do is I can come in here and talk about Fuse Fighters. Fuse Fighters is the best team in the game. I want you to be able to visualize it. I know you can see that I don't have the new Gogeta, but you're gonna have to pretend that Gogeta is the new Gogeta. So there's all sorts of different ways to build this. If you have a really cracked account, you can come out and you can go with your setup here of the Blue Duo, the Rose and Zamasu, and then the 2-year 10s, the new Gogeta. Just pretend this guy's the new Gogeta. He's basically the same. All the same effects. And then when you cap it off, there are 3 really good options, but they're going to kind of depend on who you have on the team. So say if you're not like me, and you do have the new Gogeta, well, what you can do is you can come in here and you can put the year 7 Super Saiyan 4s here. So let me sort this properly. So you can go like this. You can put these guys in here, and they'll be in there with the Gogeta here, and they'll be doing their pairing. If you don't have that, what you can do, you can go with, you know, the year 7 gods, and then from there you could do the Super Saiyan 4s if you don't have the new Gogeta. So it could look something like this. This is a very good team in the game. You can use Go Tanks, I like a lot. If you're missing some of these guys, you can use the Go Tanks here. There's all sorts of different things. So let me kind of jump in and cover that. So the core of the team is the Fuse Fighters, and you're going to want to look at your leaders. So the guys who can lead it. And now I would actually, this is ranked here. So I would actually jump the year 7s here like this, and then like this, and then this, and I had one more person who I shouldn't have removed, and I'll see when I go back in the video, and you saw them, but whoever that last alternate was is the last alternate that I would put in here. Essentially, if you want to do Fuse Fighters, okay, there we go. It's this guy here, the Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel. But yeah, just add the year 7 Super Saiyan 4s to this, and I would put them as like the 3rd ranked, like as far as like alternate leaders. So you can use any of these guys, basically scale in order just because of like what they're going to bring to the team. Because the first thing you want of a team is a high percentage leader skill, because that's going to affect the rest of your team. And the other thing too is your leader you're going to get 2 units of. So if it's the best unit you have available, you want to have 2 of them available to you during the fight. You also want your leader to be a very good like slot 1, because if you're going to have 2 of them, it's extremely likely you're going to have them on rotation. They're going to be really reliable in your slot 1. So yeah, I would use any number of these guys as alternates. And then as far as just like alternates to the team, again, this Gotenks is great, phenomenal defensively. He's going to output a ton of damage. You really don't realize quite how much he can tank, but most things he can tank in the game. And especially on some of the hardest fights right now, he has this Ki Blast nullification. Well, not nullification, but he gets the damage reduction and he counters. So he's really good at like tanking some of these monstrous supers that you're seeing from like most of the hardest fights in the game. But then also too, he's able to just tank things in general and output a lot of damage, and he has his active skill, which comes in clutch as well. Now after that, I have a soft spot for the Goku Angel and Vegeta Angel. I really, really enjoy the Gogeta. Getting to the Gogeta is kind of fine. Essentially, like what I normally do is try to float them off after turn 1, because they start turn 1 60% damage reduction. They fuse starting from the 4th turn. So basically by the time you see them come back around, you'll see them twice before they're able to fuse. But then once they fuse, they're going to put out a lot of work. They have the Scouter, they have a nullification, they have a high chance of evading on supers, outputting a lot of damage, health recovery. Like there's a lot that this guy does well. So I'm a big fan. And then he also has the 3-turn stacking, so he kind of builds up a little bit there as well. Now the Vegito, again, like one of the things you're looking for at this point in the game is just defensive, prowess. Like if he's not getting hit with a super, he's pretty good. Even when receiving a super, like if dodges are available, high chance to dodge there, so you're going to be pretty protected. I'm just like, he could be better, so obviously like he's not going to end up like on the team over any of those guys, but he does a lot really well. And if he's stacked, it would probably be a little bit better. But what you'll see a lot with these guys is they'll have immense damage, which is the highest output. Then from here, if you want to lean more into like the Rose and Zamasu, you can go with this Fusion Zamasu. Really good character. Just not necessarily enough support and linking, I feel, for the rest of the team, like for me. And he's not good enough to be there without linking. Like he's got Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, he has Fuse Fighter. So I mean, he's gonna have some linking. He'll link on Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I wouldn't put him like he's good if you want to take more of a lean into like the extreme side. But this, I mean, Goku Black and Zamasu, this unit here can just be on the team. It doesn't matter. As long as the leader skill is there, he's fine. And you just want one Future Saga, really. So that way he gets some defense. He's not going to be as tanky, but it will make a pretty big difference. And normally on this team, you've got him paired up here. So that way there's your Future Saga right there. Let's see. I mean, he's just an alternate. I like him. I wish his kit was better. It's just a little bit aged. At this point in the game, like really, like attack and defensive, you want like north of 200% to be considered like one of the elite units, and then even more after that. Like, I mean, some of these units are starting to push like 300-400% like by themselves, plus damage reduction and stuff like that. Like him not having damage reduction, even though he builds up defense, he'll get blown up like early on a lot. He has his guard, but and this Super Saiyan God Gogeta is probably like my favorite visual unit in the entire game, as far as like animations and stuff like that. But I just wish that he brought a little bit more to the table, but I'm totally fine with you having him. Just expect some, potential disaster, and we all know what these guys are. The big thing for these guys is that they have a full link set with the year 7s. Like, they link 7 out of 7. And so, I mean, that's so good for this unit. But as far as, like, a unit by themselves, like, this AGL duo is just... They just don't get it done. They really don't. And so, like, they're an option, but don't consider them, like, a great one. But if you have nothing else, just try and hide them, basically. And then you can use a couple of, like, other things. So, like, this Super Easy A Gogeta, Super Gogeta, he can be good. Outputs decent damage. Is able to tank things. Does a support. He's not, like, super, super tanky. But, like, if it's extreme class, he's got the guaranteed guard. If he's going 3rd and he gets 3 attacks off, he could end up with 30% damage reduction. He stacks defense over time. And then if he's able to lower attack and defense, he will. So, I mean, he's okay. Like, he's an okay option. It's just he wouldn't be my primary. And then, the Go Tanks builds up over time. He has a good starter as far as, like, 200% attack and defense. Just, again, when you look and you just see no damage reduction in the kit, it's just not my favorite. He does stack defense, and I think as we get later on, I could have sworn his last one has... Oh, no. Yeah, no damage reduction. The big thing with this guy, like, I mean, he'll output some damage for you. He's likely going to get blown up. If he's not dodging, he's probably getting blown up. And then, I have these guys here, like, they're aging gracefully as far as the unit goes, because they do have damage reduction in the kit. They do have 200% attack and defense. They have key raising. They get an additional attack. They have some crit built in. They also have, they go up to 50% damage reduction if your HP is 50% or more. It's just hard to have them come up against some of the modern units in the game. But honestly, they might be one of your better options. And then once you get to Super Vegito, he's not terrible. I'll say that, and if it's a normal, he's probably okay. And you're able to scout out the supers. The issue is, like, if you get locked in place, it could be bad. And then, yeah, again, if you want to lean more extreme, this guy is literally nothing to write home about. As you go through the fight, if you're able to get him to last through the fight, he'll start to output pretty good damage. It's just like when you're comparing it to the core team here, these are some of the best units in the game. Like, probably 4 out of 10 of them. This should be Gogeta, like the new Gogeta. And then this is either of the 2 year 7s. I'd say all 6 of these guys are in the top 10 units of the game. So once you get away from them, things are going to start to change. But as many of them, like, you can put 6 of the best 10 units in the game on a team, and for the most part, they have 250% lead. Because this guy has final trump card, so he's 250%. This guy's going to have final trump card, so he's 250%. This guy, I believe, will have final trump card, and if not, yeah, he has Bond of Parent and Child, so he's 250%. Can't check the Super Gogeta here, but let me go into here. you know, he just ends up one of the... This will definitely be final trump card, actually. I don't even... Really? Oh, yeah, no, there it is. Yeah, so final trump card there. This is going to be final trump card. I mean, you have 6 out of the 10 best units in the game. All 250% lead. And then I just want to go double check this Gogeta here. But I'm pretty certain... Yeah, of course he's going to be on final trump card because... Can I not check him? There we go. Yeah, final trump card. 6 out of 10 of the best units in the entire game. And they are all 250% lead. This is the team you should be running for everything. And it doesn't matter what event it is. They're going to dominate everything, and you just switch up your team as is. Like, if it's more immediate content, you know, you can switch these two year 10s out. Like, if you have to do something like early turns, like we're talking about, like the brand new Super Battle or whatever, they're good. But if you need units who are more immediately ready, Go Tanks, great off rip. He doesn't have to build, nothing like that. He's just ready. He has the Ki Blast counter, so he's going to be there. He's going to be A-okay. This Vegito, honestly, as weird as it sounds, he's got a lot of damage reduction to start. He's good on normal attacks. It's just pretty good there. And then even like, I'd say like the year 7s here. Both of the 2 year 7 teams, or both of the year 7 units, going to be pretty good pretty quickly. So if we can't wait, like I'd say Vegeta is the one who you can't wait on the most. Like, he'll get absolutely obliterated, you know, prior to fusion. So like if it's some of the harder content that starts right off the bat, switch him out for like a Go Tanks. You could switch out this Goku for one of the year 7s. You're golden. If you don't have that stuff, alternate leaders. This is the order that I have them ranked in. Just bump these guys up to the 3rd slot. And then these are some of my alternate units that I actually really don't mind on the team. And then this is kind of like your bench. Any questions, anything like that, comment, give me a like, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.